I stayed at the Queen Mary, and this is what happened to me. This past weekend, I went to the Queen Mary. They just opened up 2 weeks ago as a hotel, so we decided to spend my mom's birthday there. And so what happened wasn't the first night, but it was the second night. So I'm glad it was like the last night we stayed there. But anyway, I had a dream. So I was sleeping here with my 5-month-old. There was like an inflatable mattress that we got for my 20-month-old. So she could sleep by herself because she's a roller. And then for my husband, he slept on this bed over here. All right, so I'm lying there, and in my dream, I hear scratches up against this wall here. And I wake up and I look, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Okay. And so then normally I check on, whenever I wake up or anything, I check on my daughter that's usually next to me, and she wasn't there. And so I'm like, I panic and I look, I'm like, oh my God, the first thing I think of, like, did she fall? So I looked down over the bed where the inflatable mattress would be. She was right there looking up at me, and she's like just looking up at me, and I'm like thinking, wow, that's so weird. Why didn't she cry or anything? So I pick her up, and then I put her right next to me again. Then I sit up right over here, and I look towards like my husband, but where the inflatable mattress was is now just like a regular bed. And I see my husband and my daughter, my 20-month-old, just like propped up against like this, and my husband like looks tired, and he was wearing like a different sweater than what he actually was, and he was like looking tired. He's like, oh, I have to wake up and like try to get my daughter back to sleep type of look. And so and then I look at the bed that he should have been in, and he was like very gray and dark, and with like a little figure that I thought looked like my daughter. And so I'm trying to like shout at my husband, like I'm telling him, Bebe. But like the more I wanted to say and get his attention, the more I couldn't, like straining. I was like trying to get his attention, lift my arms up, and I just couldn't get his attention. And then I wake up and I'm like spooked. All right. Okay. Okay, go for part 2.